flash, bright like a roaring fight. Crypto and dreams under stadium lights. Sweat and fire, hearts ignite. Even sports buffet, with the Ginch replay. Highlights while scores collide. It's a riot live tonight. Blades drawn, bold on the chalkboard slate. Rivals clash, it's a heavyweight fate. Every second pounding, can't wait. Even sports buffet.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's Wednesday. Welcome to another edition of Early Evening Sports. At the same time, said Ginch, Ryan Neff, your host here of the Cole County Entertainment Network. Thanks to the Ginch Quartet there. Hope you're enjoying your evening. And again, the NBA is back in full swing. NHL kicks back off tonight. So all kinds of stuff to talk about here. Let's go to some of the news and notes of the headlines today. Hillary Knight, from the women's ice hockey team, she responded to Trump's comments on the women's team. She described it as a distasteful joke. During the American men's team locker room celebration in Milan, if you remember, Trump extended an invitation to the players to come on to Washington for the State of the Union address. I must tell you, he said, we're going to have to bring the women's team. You do know that, adding with a laugh that if he didn't also invite the women's team, I do believe I probably would be impeached. She appeared on SportsCenter tonight. She said, I thought it was sort of a distasteful joke, and unfortunately that is overshadowing a lot of the success of just women at the Olympics carrying for Team USA and having amazing gold medal feats. She said, we're just focusing on celebrating the women in our room, the extraordinary efforts, and continue to celebrate 3 gold medals in program history, as well as the double gold for both men's and women's at the same time, and really not detract from that with a distasteful joke. So they declined an invitation to the White House, which good for them. And I thought the men should have followed suit, but they didn't. They have that right. I'm not going to get angry at that. So Hillary Knight speaking her piece, good for her. University of Cincinnati is suing former quarterback Brendan Sorsby $1 million for an exit fee after his Texas Tech transfer. Again, you open Pandora's box, you can't put the lid back on. Basically, they're saying that he breached his NIL contract with the Bearcats when he refused to pay a $1 million exit fee after he transferred to Texas Tech. Supported by Mark Schlabach, ESPN. The lawsuit filed in the U.S. District Court for the Southern District of Ohio seeks $1 million in liquidated damages, which the school said Sorsby was contractually obligated to pay within 30 days of transferring. In the complaint, Cincinnati's attorney said the quarterback's representative advised that Sorsby refuses to pay the university anything. Sorsby reportedly signed an NIL agreement with the Red Raiders that will pay him between $4 and $6 million this season. The university said in a statement, in his lucrative NIL agreement with Cincinnati Athletics, Brendan Sorsby committed to stay and play for 2 seasons as a proud Bearcat representative. He also agreed that if he left the university before that time, he would pay the university a specific amount for the substantial harm that his breach would cause. Cincinnati Athletics intends to enforce that contractual commitment. As stewards of the university's resources, the athletics department has a duty to do so. We thank Brandon for his time at Cincinnati and wish him success in the future. The lawsuit said that Sorsby signed an 18-month NIL contract with Bearcats to cover the 2025 and 2026 seasons. It was set to expire December 15th of this year. So that's going to get ugly. It's going to get ugly real quick. Put it by Brian Windhorst Espen. Suns owner Matt Ishbia eyes a $1 million prize for the dunk and 3-point contest winners. He offered to pay a $1 million prize to the winners of the 2027 slam dunk and 3-point contest, with another $1 million going to charity in each event. Okay. Trying to get more players involved, I guess. I don't know. Some other stuff I've already been over. NBA MVP, Shea and Nikola Jokic are nearing MVP ineligibility, reported by David Purding, ESPN. SGA remains the odds-on favorite, listed at minus 125, with Jokic at plus 310. Says here both past MVP winners, however, are in danger of being ineligible this season because of an NBA rule that prohibits players who miss more than 17 games from qualifying for postseason awards. Have to keep an eye on that. Other than SGA and Nikola Jokic, Kate Cunningham plus 450, Wembanyama 20-1, Jaylen Brown 30-1, and Luka Doncic 50-1 odds. James Harden has a thumb fracture. Got all that. Let's go to the NBA. Game scores from yesterday. As soon as they come up here. 76ers hammered the Pacers 135-114. Leading scorer for your 76ers, Tyrese Maxey with 32 points. For the Pacers, leading scorer was Andrew Nembhard and Michael Porter with 23 points apiece. Jarace Walker added 10 rebounds for the Pacers. The Hawks hammered the Wizards 119-98. Leading scorer for the Wizards, Will Riley off the bench had 18 points. For Atlanta, your leading scorer was Jonathan Kuminga off the bench for 27 points. Onyeka Okongwu, 10 points, 10 boards. Mavericks bested the Nets 123-114. Leading scorer for your Dallas Mavericks, Marvin Bagley III off the bench. He had 22 points. For the Nets, leading scorer, go figure, Michael Porter Jr. added 26 points. The Thunder beat the Raptors 116-107. Leading scorer for the Thunder, Cason Wallace had 27 points. And for the Raptors, your leading scorer would be RJ Barrett. He had 21 for the Raptors. Cavaliers beat the Knicks 109-94. Leading scorer for the Knicks, Jalen Brunson had 20. Karl Anthony Towns did not have a double-double. For the Cleveland Cavaliers, leading scorer was Donovan Mitchell. He had 23 points. Jared Allen, 19 points, 10 boards. The Hornets beat the Bulls 131-99. The leading scorer for the Hornets, Brandon Miller, had 23 points. For the Bulls, leading scorer was Matas Buzzles with 32 points. The Bucks beat the Heat 128 to 117. Leading scorer for the Heat was Norman Powell with 26 points, and for the Bucks, leading scorer was Kevin Porter Jr. with 32. The Pelicans beat the Warriors 113 to 109. But the Warriors' leading scorer was DeAnthony Melton. He had 28 points. Guy Santos, 15 points, 12 boards. For the New Orleans Pelicans, your leading scorer, Zion Williamson, dropped in 26. The Celtics beat the Suns 97-81. I did not think the Celtics would be doing this good. The leading scorer for the Celtics, 22 points. Nehemias Queta, 14 points, 13 boards. For the Phoenix Suns, your leading scorer, Colin Gillespie with 15 points. Timberwolves beat the Trailblazers 124-121. For the Timberwolves, leading scorer, Anthony Edwards with 34 points. Rudy Gobert, 10 points, 19 boards. That's what he does. For Portland, your leading scorer, Drew Holiday, 22 points. Donovan Klingman, 11 points, 16 boards. And the Magic beat the Lakers 110 to 109. Leading scorer for the Magic, Paolo Banchero, 36 points. He had 10 boards. Wendell Carter Jr., 20 points, 11 boards. For the Lakers, leading scorer was Doncic with 22 points. DeAndre Ayton, 21 points, 13 boards. On the slate this evening, it's a light slate. The Thunder at the Pistons, the Spurs are at the Raptors. Warriors at the Grizzlies, Kings at the Rockets, Cavs at the Bucks, Celtics are at the Nuggets. Major League Baseball, because I know you jabronis who follow it. Scores from yesterday: the Braves beat the Tigers 8-1. This is all preseason. Pirates beat the Red Sox 16-7. Orioles over the Twins 10-5. Rays over the Twins 12-1. Yankees over the Blue Jays 8-7. Marlins over the Phillies 6-1. The Astros and Mets tied 6-6. Brewers over the Athletics 10-0. Padres over the Cubs. Cubs over the Padres 6-5. Reds over the Royals 5-4. Dodgers beat the Guardians 11-3. Diamondbacks over the Rangers 6-4. Rockies over the Angels 7-5. Giants over the Angels 4-1. White Sox over the Mariners 12-10. And the Nationals over the Cardinals 1-0. Today, right now, mid-third, Yankees up on the Nationals 2-0. Earlier, the Braves over the Pirates 3-1. Orioles over the Rays 4-3. Blue Jays Tigers 4-4 tie. Red Sox over the Twins 5-3. The Phillies over the Tigers 5-3. Astros over the Marlins 4-1. Cardinals blanked the Mets 6-0. Rockies over the Cubs 14-7. Reds over the White Sox 3-2. Rangers over the Guardians 11-4. Mariners Royals tied 8-8. Dodgers over the Diamondbacks 10-7. The Brewers over the Giants 13-12. And the Padres beat the Angels 7-3. On the NHL docket tonight, right now, early in the first, the Flyers and Capitals are scoreless, just dropping the puck, the Sabres and the Devils. Maple Leafs are at the Lightning, the Kraken are at the Stars, the Avalanche are at the Mammoth, the Jets are at the Canucks, the Golden Knights are at the Kings, Oilers are at the Ducks. Again, we got about 2.5 weeks till Selection Sunday. Top 25 action, men's college basketball yesterday. Number 1, Duke. They hammered Notre Dame 100-56. Number 2, Arizona beat Baylor 87-80. Number 3, Michigan beat Minnesota 77-67. Number 4, Iowa State beat the Utes 75-59. Number 11, Virginia handled NC State 90-61. Number 16, Texas Tech over Cincinnati 80 to 68. Number 19, BYU dropped one to UCF, 97-84. Miami of Ohio remains unbeaten. Watch out for those Miami of Ohio Redhawks. They beat Eastern Michigan 74-64. Number 22 Tennessee dropped to Missouri 73-69. And St. Louis, number 23 St. Louis loses to Dayton 77-62. Top 25 action going on right now. In the first, early on, number 6 UConn over number 15 St. John's. Early in the first, number 7 Florida trails Texas 18-12. Early in the first, number 12 Nebraska trailing Maryland 6-1. Early in the first, number 25 Vandy up on Georgia 13-6. Later on, number 9 Gonzaga hosts Portland. Number 17 Alabama hosts Mississippi State, and number 20 Arkansas hosts Texas A&M. On the women's side, there was no top 25 action yesterday. Today, top 25 action. Right now, at the half, number 11 TCU trails Cincinnati 29-23. Halftime, number 14 Maryland up on Northwestern 44-31. In the first, number 17 West Virginia and UCF are tied. Later on, number 20 Texas Tech is at Kansas, and number 8 Michigan travels to number 13 Ohio State. Champions League, the second round, the second 8 of the final 16. Scores from today. Atalanta beat Borussia Dortmund. Atalanta. Go figure. Borussia Dortmund was up 2-0 on aggregate. They let Atalanta score 4, so Atalanta, they advance 4-3 on aggregate. Juventus beat I always fuck this up. Galatasaray 3-2, but Galatasaray has advanced on aggregate 7-5. Paris Saint-Germain, AS Monaco tied 2-2 draw, but PSG advances 5-4 on aggregate. And Real Madrid beat Benfica 2-1. Real Madrid advances on 3-1 aggregate. That's for soccer. Again, I was trying to look over some maybe updated news and notes. I don't see them. Again, this is going to be a very, very short show. Some other college news and notes. College baseball. In ranked 25, Ole Miss. 24th is West Virginia. Texas A&M's 23rd. Kentucky's 22nd. Florida State's 21st. Tennessee's 20th. Oregon State's 19th. TCU, they're 18th. Miami Hurricanes are 17th. Wake Forest is 16th. Clemson, 15th. NC State, 14th. Oklahoma, 13th. Southern Miss, 12th. Georgia, 11th. Florida is 10th. Coastal Carolina is 9th. North Carolina, 8th. Auburn is 7th. Arkansas is 6th. Georgia Tech is 5th. Mississippi State, 4th. Texas, 3rd. LSU, 2nd. Right now, the UCLA Bruins rank numero uno. Top 25 action in baseball, men's baseball. Right now, top of the 12, Troy and number 11, Georgia are tied at 5 apiece. And then top of the 8th, number 22, Kentucky is up on Western Kentucky, 13-9. Top of the ninth right now. Arizona State's up on number 13, Oklahoma 3-2. Bottom of the fifth, number 21, Florida State up on North Florida 8-2. Top of the fourth, Florida International and number 10, Florida tied at 3 apiece. Top of the third right now, number 17, Miami up on Florida Atlantic 1-0. A final from earlier, number 6, Arkansas beat Arkansas State 1-0. Final in 7 innings, number 8, North Carolina beat VCU 13-3. Also a final in 7. Number 14, NC State hammered Akron 18-3. That was it for your top 25. Women's college softball. Actually, let me go to the rankings for the women. I will use the ESPN softball poll. Ranked 25th, Grand Canyon. 24th is Washington. 23rd, Arizona State. 22nd, South Carolina. 21st, Virginia. 20th is Duke. 19th is Mississippi State. 17th, tie Oregon and LSU. Oklahoma State, 16th. Texas A&M is 15th. Arizona is 14th. Stanford, 13th. Virginia Tech, 12th. Georgia, 11th. Florida State, 10th. UCLA, 9th. Arkansas, 8th. Alabama, 7th. Florida, 6th. Oklahoma, 5th. Nebraska, 4th. Texas, 3rd. Texas Tech, 2nd. Tennessee, right now, you're number 1. Unanimous women's college softball team. Top 25 action tonight in women's college softball. Right now, bottom of the fifth, Clemson hammering number 11 Georgia 8-1. Top of the sixth, number 19 Mississippi State up on Georgia Tech 4-1. Bottom of the fourth right now, number 22 South Carolina trail over Winthrop 4-3. Top of the fourth, bottom of the first right now, number 3 Texas up on Southeast Louisiana 2-0. A final in 10 innings. Boston University beats number 20 Duke 9-8. Final in 5 innings. Number 10 Florida State hammered Florida A&M 14 to goose egg. So I think that's going to wrap it up for today. Golf is kicking back in tomorrow with the PGA Tour. Hockey now back underway. NBA in full swing again, and a partridge in a pear tree. So again, and I have to pull it up here again because I don't want to screw it up.
Everybody happy Wednesday, but everybody's doing good, getting over this stinking winter and snow. Tonight, 8 p.m., Cole County Entertainment, Facebook, YouTube. The Strong and Silent Type Men's Mental Health Awareness to Al and TK and myself as we dive into another episode. Just discuss, men's mental health awareness. Check us out. Pass the word out there, share out. Anyway, again, Strong and Silent Type, 8 o'clock p.m., Cole County Entertainment. Check us out. We'll see you then. Hey, what's up?
There you have it. That's Fuji posting stuff on Facebook. As I end each show, practice compassion, practice empathy, have passion for what you do. Hug somebody every once in a while. You might make their day. Tell somebody you love them. You might not get a second opportunity. And for the love of Christ, if you see somebody struggling in whatever fashion it is, ask questions, inquire, because you might not just be saving a life. You might be saving a multitude of lives. Wherever you're at, enjoy this evening's festivities, whether it's you're watching sports or whatever you're doing. Enjoy it. Stay safe. Stay warm. There's only one thing left to do, and that's for Daddy Don Meredith to take me out. Have a good night, everybody.
Turn out the lights. the party's over. They say that all good things must end. Call it a night. The party's over. And tomorrow and next year starts the same old thing again.